My name is Bussey and I'm going to tell you a little bit about the course Tantra and Spirituality, Social Change, which I'm teaching. It's a great course. Essentially, we're looking at Tantra and Spirituality as a way of rethinking or reframing social change. This greatly expands the resources available to us when we seek to bring about changes in the context that we're all working within. The underlying principle of it is that we live in a world that is filled with consciousness. Now, this consciousness could be cosmic consciousness at the meta level of the spirit, but it's also a reflection of human consciousness. Human consciousness actually creates the institutions we inhabit. We often think that the institutions create us, and of course it's a dance between the two. But the understanding that drives this course is that when we change or engage with our consciousness, we actually change and engage with the fields of reality that we inhabit. Therefore, social change becomes something much broader than just legislating, protesting and all the rest. It actually becomes linked to how we, as individuals, live our lives and express ourselves, our consciousness. Let me tell you a little bit about Tantra. Tantra is an ancient Indic system of understanding the world through a spiritual paradigm that sees everything as a tension between contradictions. When we developed culture, human beings sought to control these contradictions, to limit them, to set parameters around them. Civilization is an attempt to order and control the natural and the human worlds, which are totally chaotic, we're quite violent. So Tantra, in seeking to work with contradictions, not control them, suggests that we see the world as a layered and multiple reality. Now, this is quite a different way of thinking about the world, and it takes some processing to get through. When we see the world as contradictions filled, when we feel that we can transcend those contradictions by reframing them, then we get a greater sense of agency, and this is very important. I'll give you a simple example. Pollution. Pollution we understand as something that's in the environment, something external to us. It's a physical problem, and we can deal with that problem structurally through laws, through reducing greenhouse gas emissions and all the rest. If we reframe that at another layer, we come to understand it as an expression of a worldview, a limited paradigm that understands the natural world as a resource and seeks to create and control human order, but the pollution is the result of that. So it's a limited form of rational expression. If we transcend that and we'll transform that or reframe that, we then move to a sense of the mythic that Western civilization is not in touch with what you might call soul or spirit. And when we see it like that, we understand that spirit, when it is denied, creates pollution of a spiritual kind. Now, for students coming into the course, they're first of all invited to explore their own cultural and spiritual background. This is important because it gives them a sense of their own context. Then we explore the resources available to us in developing our consciousness. This is meditation, reflection, creative practice as well. And finally, they're challenged to take these processes into their own context, into a context of their choice, and test it. Testing is the acid test for any theory. And therefore, the students get to combine or experience the fact that when they're working on this, their personal growth, when we're working and thinking spiritually, we become transformative agents in our own context. That, in a nutshell, is the course.